Hello, welcome to today's video. Today, we are going to be doing a alternate history election. This is what if Donald Trump never ran for the presidency. So therefore, if he doesn't run, Jeb Bush, who was a favorite of the establishment Republicans, has been nominated. He chooses Nikki Haley, the governor of South Carolina, as his running mate. And we also got the Democratic candidate, Hillary Clinton and Tim Kaine, basically the same as in the actual 2016 election. So, I'm just going to fill in the rest of the states as we go along with this, because this was kind of a scenario in my head that I was thinking, like, would anything change if Trump decided not to run? Well, we're going to find out today. Now, I'm only tackling these safe states as of right now, which aren't really that many in this scenario, but we'll get to the calls later. So, Oregon, I think that'll go a likely margin, as Hillary only won the state by +10 in our actual timeline. Someone like Jeb, who wasn't as toxic as Trump, he wouldn't win it, but he wouldn't make it lean either. He'd probably get it in like single digits, like 8 at most. Nevada, I think that flipped by a lean margin, as I think if Jeb Bush was winning Washoe County, he's most likely winning the statewide. Arizona, that'd be a likely state, as he wouldn't be attacking John McCain. New Mexico, I think that'd be a lean Democrat state, as Jeb Bush was too fiscally conservative for the time being, and how the state in 2016 is not comparable to the state in, say, 24. Colorado, I'd say it'd still be closer, as there would be no third-party split with Gary Johnson in this scenario, but Colorado was kind of trending a bit further to the left since 2016, and there wasn't really much that the Republicans could have done in this scenario. So, yeah, Jeb Bush would definitely get a lot closer, but not, like, instead of it being a +5 victory, it'd probably be like a +2 victory. Anyways, Nebraska's second. It obviously went to Trump by a lean margin, so I think Jeb is gonna win it no matter what. We'll come back to the Rust Belt later. Florida, that would be a likely state, as Jeb is a Florida resident, as he was the former governor in the state. Georgia, he'd probably win it, as Trump won it by +5. It says Jeb would probably do a little better in Atlanta Metro. He'd lose Henry County, but Gwinnett and Cobb would probably still go for the Republicans like they did in 2014. North Carolina, he'd probably win it by +3. That's realistically how I expected. Virginia is a little bit of a tricky call, because Jeb is definitely not as toxic to the suburbs like Trump was, but he would kind of struggle in the rurals. But for this scenario, I'd say Clinton would probably win the state by D+4 or D+3 in this scenario, just because of Tim Kaine on the ballot. Let's see, Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, those are all likely. Clinton pretty much won them, like, less than 15 points. So this would kind of be a no-brainer compared to somebody like Jeb, though he doesn't really have the energy factor to it, nor is he from the Northeast. So that's definitely something to consider. New Hampshire, I think Jeb would win that by a tilt margin, as Clinton wasn't really that well liked in the state, because she just barely won it by like 0.3, and Jeb was a lot more moderate, so he's probably winning that. If he's winning New Hampshire, I think he's also winning Maine's 2nd district, but that's by like a way less margin. Maine at large, same reason as earlier, he doesn't really have much of the energy factor. So now the Rust Belt. Not Minnesota. Whoops. Likely Democrat for Minnesota, as not very much would change. Jeb doesn't really have much of the energy factor, and he'd be not open trade. He'd be free trade, so that would not really sit well with some of these Rust Belt states. So Wisconsin is lean, like D+4, D+5, and then Pennsylvania D+3. However, Iowa and Ohio were trended Republican at this point, and there really wasn't anything that they could do. Basically, kind of a reversal with Colorado. So, as we can see, 270, 268, that means Jeb Bush is the winner, which means it would be just a normal scenario. Pretty much be like, oh, our candidate lost. We just go about our everyday lives. So, that pretty much concludes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe and share it with a friend. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.